Hello and welcome to Bait Focus, where today we're going to be talking about the new Smart Liquids. There's a tagline at Mainline Baits which is better bait through research, but do you know something? Perhaps that tagline should really say better bait through 30 plus years worth of research. And all that knowledge and experience gained really comes into play with products such as the Smart Liquid, because it gives us access to unique and exclusive ingredients that will react in water and do things unlike anything we've seen before. Sometimes these ingredients that we research and discover are really easy to use, but sometimes they're really tricky. And the active ingredients that go into the Smart Liquid fell into that category. Very difficult to harness. We literally couldn't stop it from growing out of the bottle. A few tackle shops wouldn't have been very happy with us if they'd walked in the shop in the morning and had a shelf full of Smart Liquid just finding its way over every other product in sight. But finally, we did come to a solution. We've refined the ingredients and now we can harness them into the bottle. Now, at this point, it's probably best if I actually give you a little bit of an apology for how long this has taken us. We thought last year we might have been able to bring this out, but we couldn't. It's just taken that bit longer to get everything absolutely right. We want the best products going out to you. We want to give you the best chance of catching fish. And if that takes another 12 months, well then, so be it. But luckily, the problems that the active ingredients within the Smart Liquid has presented to us have now been resolved and the Smart Liquid is ready to go. Okay, the Smart Liquids come in 4 flavours. You've got a cream flavour, a fruit flavour, a fish flavour, and would a range of liquids be complete without a cell flavour? No, it wouldn't. So you've got a cell flavour in there as well. This group of flavours pretty much covers every category, every type of flavour that you might want to use these Smart Liquids in combination with. So it gives you lots of versatility, covering lots of bases. The cream flavour is very good at adding some sweetness to any baits you might want to use it with. Perhaps you've got a bait that's got quite a strong or a pungent flavour that you just want to round off and soften down a bit, something like pellets. The Smart Liquid in cream will do that perfectly. Obviously, the Fruit Smart Liquid is great for enhancing other fruit-like baits. The Essential Cell is one that springs to mind. But don't be afraid to think outside the box. Other flavours such as squid and crab can also be enhanced really well with the addition of the attraction from a fruit flavour. Just like the fruit version, the Fish Smart Liquid is obviously designed to be used with other baits of that type of flavour. The link is one, maybe pellets, other fish-like baits that'll have their attraction levels raised when you use them in combination with the Fish Smart Liquid. Finally, we have the cell version. The cell flavour needs no introduction. It's taken waters apart all over the world, so we had to put one within the Smart Liquid. Obviously, many of you are straight away thinking, well, that's going to be great for coating my cell boilies, but maybe you want to use that proven attractor with other baits, other similar type baits, stick mixes, pellets, hook baits. They can all be used in combination with this Smart Liquid. Right, on to what the Smart Liquid actually does. This isn't the bit of the video that I was actually looking forward to because it is so difficult to describe. You really need to see it to believe it, but I'll do my very best. Basically, the Smart Liquid is used to coat other baits. And when the Smart Liquid enters the water and it reaches the lake bed, the first thing it does is begin to grow and spread away from that bait along the bottom. As it does so, it's impregnating the lake bed with flavours and attractors that are going to keep them fish coming in. Keep them coming in even when the food items that you've used to coat with the Smart Liquid may have been eaten and gone. As well as the activity of the Smart Liquid along the lake bed, it's also dispersing up into the water column. And there's 2 main elements to this dispersion of attraction. One is it's holding what can only be described as a mushroom cloud close and tight to the lake bed and tight to the items of bait that you've coated with the Smart Liquid. But there's also an intense stream of microscopic particles rising higher into the water column, able to pull fish from the upper layers down to the lake bed. As I've said, seeing really is believing when it comes to the reaction of the Smart Liquid as it hits the water. It's extremely efficient at not only dispersing attraction, but maintaining attraction in the vicinity to where you've dispatched your bait for long periods of time. This even adds attraction to the lake bed itself, the silt, the gravel, pieces of weed. they're all sending out a food signal to pull carp in, even when you might not have much bait left out on your spot. An important element when you're trying to gain multiple bites and build a catch of fish. Perhaps you've spooked the carp from hooking one of their buddies, but that attraction is going to be pulling them back in quickly, even before you can reach for the spod rod and top that spot back up. The Smart Liquids are ideally suited to coating baits, and using them couldn't be any easier. If you can coat something with it, you can use the Smart Liquid. So it's not just reserved to your bait, you could coat your hook link, your hook, your lead clip. All these items can hold the Smart Liquid and disperse the attraction that we've spoken about. But primarily, you're going to be using the Smart Liquid to coat your baits. You can coat any bait you can think of. Your hook bait, your free bait, your boilies, pellets, spod mixes, stick mixes, they can all be used in conjunction with the Smart Liquid. One thing that I like to do is coat baits with the Smart Liquid ahead of when I plan to use them. Take the spod and PVA pellet mix, for example. If I know I'm going to be fishing solid bags, I'll take my pellets, I'll give them a coating of the Smart Liquid and mix the pellets around, and they'll get a glossy like look. This soon turns to a matte look, and then I'll add some more Smart Liquid. I'll repeat this a couple of times until the pellets maintain that glossy look. I know they're coated, I know they're ready to go. The fact that you're getting these massive levels of attraction from the Smart Liquid doesn't mean that you've got to use it in large amounts. A little really does go a long way. So I would suggest just adding a small squirt of Smart Liquid to the items and baits that you wish to coat with it. Mix them around, add a little bit more of the Smart Liquid if you need to, until they're all evenly coated and ready to go. There's no need to prepare baits in advance with the Smart Liquid. You can simply coat items of bait once you get to the bank and just before casting out. And like I said, this can be any bait that you could think of. Floaters, your hook bait, boilies, pellets, stick mixes, spod mixes. All these baits can be super boosted with the intelligent attraction of the Smart Liquid. So there you go, the Smart Liquids. Super easy to use, you really can't go wrong, and a must-have item for putting more fish on the bank. Throughout this video, you've seen the team using bottles with a pump action top, something else that we was trialling with the Smart Liquid, but it didn't turn out to be as beneficial as what we thought, so we've reverted to the pointed screw top nozzle. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification button so you know when the next bait focus video is coming out. Subscribe if you don't subscribe already, and I'll see you in the next video.